Hello everybody, here I got the Maserati Gran Turismo. So I also got a Corvette, and the alignment specs from the factory differ quite a lot. And but let's talk about this car first. So this car tends to wear the tires from the inside, and I can already see the difference on how the tires are wearing. These tires have 5,000 miles. So the specs that this car has is all for performance. So it's got what's called toe out. So the best way to think about it is to look at your toes. So that's toe out. Obviously it wouldn't be to this extreme, but the tires would be wearing on the inside. And now on the Corvette, they tend to be toed in. So the tires tend to wear on the outside edges. If I drove this car more often, like a daily driver, I would actually switch it to zero, just because I could have or closer to zero, maybe not completely zero, maybe just slightly towed out just a little bit, just so I could have a longer lifespan on the tires. But the way they have it set up is just so you can corner better. It does help on cornering by having some toe out. So this car is great around the corners. I really like the way this car handles. So let's look at the Corvette and see how those tires are wearing out. So here I got the C7 Corvette. So this car, the characteristics are a lot different. This car is more set towards straight line performance, and this car is also in theory supposed to do 190 miles an hour. So they gotta make the car stable at those speeds. So by having it toe in just a little bit, think of it as plowing through the highway, because the tires be pointed inwards a little bit. But here's the effects that causes. So we can already see a big difference on how the tires are wearing out more on the outside versus the inside edges. So completely opposite to the way they're wearing out on the Maserati. So I set it up like the Maserati because I like the way the Maserati handles it. Corners better. With this, you get a little bit of understeer if you're taking hard corners. After I switched it, I can see a little bit of improvement around the corners. And around the highway speeds, it's not like the car's wandering. It still drives straight. So it's not something that I can tell. I mean, I'm sure at 190 miles an hour, I'm sure it'd be a difference in handling. So yeah, I really like the way this car handles. They did such a great job in how they engineered this car, because this car has the engine in the front, but it still managed to have 48, I believe it's 48% weight distribution on the front, 52% on the back. And the way they got the alignment set up, really good for performance on the corners. So it handles really well, even though it's a heavy car. So that's what got me thinking, why don't I switch the Corvette to be a little bit more like the Maserati? So that's what made me think about switching the alignment a little bit. But I'll keep an eye on how the tires are wearing. I might just set the Corvette to zero later on. I just want the tires to wear evenly, and at the same time having, like I said, having a little bit toe out helps a little bit in performance around the corners. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.